Okay, got two things to talk about before we get going. One especially you'll like. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you for all the comments on yesterday's video about having bad owners take over your club, and is it possible to stop supporting your club? I think we all agree that it's impossible, because even if you tried, your heart would still be there. But I think we've agreed on a consensus that if you, let's say, take me for example, if Liverpool got taken over by Qatari owners or, somebody I didn't like, is that I couldn't stop supporting my club, but I can stop supporting them financially. Now, I've been to plenty of Liverpool games over the years. I'm one of those armchair fans. I prefer generally watching games on my arse, on my couch and stuff. So I'm not giving the money that way, but I buy the occasional kit. I get kits and stuff and Liverpool things for Christmas and birthdays and stuff. I think I would ask everybody, I would just not finance the club in any way. I'd ask everybody to stop buying me things that are Liverpool based. I think that's the best we can do, really, and then you just sort of wait for new owners and stuff. Secondly, the Journeyman's coming back. I want to play more Football Manager, because I'm weird and I'm an addict. I definitely am an addict. It's definitely a problem. If it wasn't my job, I feel like I'd be getting sacked a lot for staying up too late playing Football Manager. But the Journeyman is coming back soon. I'm gonna have 2 saves on the go. But I want some thoughts on you guys as to what the rules are. So here's what I've got in my head, is that generally with the Journeyman, we sort of start off small and we end up at a big league. I don't want to play in the big leagues. So England, Spain, Italy, France, Germany, and I'm including Portugal, because obviously I've got a Portuguese save. We're never going to manage the big teams in those countries, right? I can manage a sort of second division German side for a bit or whatever as I work my way up. But we're not going to end up at Liverpool or Dortmund or whoever, right? So what I'd like to do is maybe end the save at a sort of 8th, 9th biggest league in the world, and maybe try and build that up and see if we can do bits in the Champions League for a couple of seasons and try and grow them a little bit more. But is there any other things that you'd like me to add to it? Like, especially what nations to focus on, especially initially. Where in the world we start, where in the world we go, what we include in the database, all those things. Let me know in the comments. The Journeyman is coming back. I'm very excited. Right, let me show you some transfers. I've been a busy boy. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome back. So, transfers. These are the released players. Backup goalkeeper, Cakey left because he was just never going to be good enough, but nothing too sensational. We've made 230 grand. One of them I didn't want to get rid of, but he started kicking up a fuss. So, Kalunga's gone. I'm sorry, but it was his time. He didn't have the best season. There was no real end product last season. And I think it's time for him to go. So we got 30 grand for him. Marquis II went to PTM, which is, I want to say, Porties. Marquis II went as well. Texera was gone out on loan again. And we had a bid for Pinto, and he immediately kicked up a fuss like it was the worst, like I was holding him hostage. And so I was like, we've got money. So, a little sort of Hagrid moment for those that have been watching a while. I was like, no, fuck you then. Can you not see where we're going? So I was immediately like, no, fuck off then. So, players we've bought in. As you can see, we kind of semi-swap deal. Thiago Torres from Villafrequenze. Here's our new left inside forward. He's a decent all-rounder. He's got no big weaknesses in his game. Not the best physicals in the world, still only 21, still going to improve, not too high a wage, tries killer balls often, plays 1-2, arrives late in the box, which is great for an inside forward. We want him to get goals. He's got decent finishing, composure, first touch, all that sort of stuff. I think he's going to be good, and I can play him in the middle if we need a more sort of box-to-box, like attacking player in the middle, or as a number 10 as well, and obviously as a sort of winger on the right if need be. So he costs 170 grand. We've got Rodrigo Matos. Very happy to get this one in because a lot of clubs went in for him. Obviously, as soon as I bid, everybody was in. He's a 20-year-old right winger with decent all-round physicals. He's not the most mentally gifted, but he's only 20 years old. He's got some good technicals as well. He's going to run all day. He's got good stamina. He's got decent pace. Nothing too bad. We've got Carvalho as well on that side, so they can battle it out for that right-hand spot. And then we've got Leandro Cardoso as our new sort of option up front. Decent, well-rounded player. And if I desperately needed to, he could play on the right-hand side as a winger or an inside forward as well. But he's just like a solid player, 25 years old. So, like, not super young, but he should be fine. He's going to do us a job. This one was a cheeky little bargain. Leandro Teixeira from Estrela da Amadora. Sad. 27. That's how you pronounce it. 27 grand. He's our new centre-back on the left-hand side. Weirdly, he desperately wanted, and he wanted it in his contract, that he wanted to be a no-nonsense centre-back, despite having 12 vision, 12 passing, like, quite a bit of flair. He's not a... So I was like, no, mate, no, you can actually play football. What are you talking? And he likes to get the crowd going. So for those 300 people that turn up, I think that's good. 26 years old. I think this is really good signing. I was surprised that nobody had gone in for him. And next up we have Pedro Albino. He's our new right-back option to replace the other guy. I went in for another one, and he went somewhere else, like a bastard, like a little bastard. So we're going to get this guy, and he's not amazing. He's just a very good all-rounder. And then we've got Bavixen Bay. For 50 grand, he's a central midfielder option. Nice, cheap squad player. Not too bad. 23 years old. But then I found somebody else. You know how it is. You sign a player and you're like, good, sorted that position. And you're like, hang on, who's this guy? So I might be signing somebody for 600 grand called Martin. Typo. Almeida, who's another central midfielder, 19 years old, like just amazing physicals compared to the rest of our team, as a sort of solid ball-winning midfielder, nothing too fancy, that's kind of his job, but he kind of has everything for it. He's got decent height, he's okay in the air, he's got aggression, and he's got everything you need, and I know it's a lot of money, but I've got a lot of money, so... not a problem. It works out, doesn't it? So I thought, you know what? Fuck it in a bucket. So very happy with our overall team. Where do we go? No, he's not going out on loan. So we've got Carvalho. Also, João Ribeiro, we've had bids of up to 400k for him so far. I still don't know what to do with him. Because let's have an actual thought process here. Okay, he's a left-footed. So I don't really use a left-footed midfielder because I've got an inside forward and a right winger. We can use him as there. I've been training his other foot and stuff like that. But he's not an inside forward. Okay, he's got 10 composure. He's got 4 finishing. His long shots is 5. He's not that good at crossing. I think it might be one of those players that you go, okay, really good. We can work on stuff. Obviously, I'm going to try and work on things. But, like, I'm not sure if he's ever going to be that useful, to be honest. He can pass, but his vision's a bit low. He's got too many random holes in his game. He's really good at one thing, but shit at that thing. Like, he's got good pace, but he has 0 strength, which obviously is going to go up over time and stuff like that. He's only 5'9". Remember, he's still only 16, so there's a lot of time. I might just keep him, playing him in the odd games this season, see if we can develop him, and just sort of see how we go. Right, so let's build a team. I kept the goalkeepers because I was happy with them. The young guy came in and did fine, did really well when he needed to. Obviously, we've kept Ibuka, who's got his first cap, I think. Yes, he is. He's a senior Angolan international. I did scout the rest of the team, but anybody that was good enough for my team didn't want to come, and anybody that was shit enough was like, yes, please, and I was like, no, you're rubbish. So that's how it went. These are both righties, right? That's the only. I do prefer having a lefty on there. And we've got the Teixeira, who can also fill in at DM if need be. I think we'll start with what we know. Our left backs, Pereira's going to start this season. We bedded him in at the end of last season, and now he's going to start. We are playing in the League Cup first phase. If anyone has any Portuguese name fixes, I had a quick look and I couldn't find one. Because I feel like not all these Portuguese teams are named just initials, but it was always like Brazilian shit and stuff. It was not. So if anybody knows, point me in that direction. Let's give Albino a game. Oh, we didn't win Manager of the Year, by the way. The team that we beat to win the whole thing, he got Manager of the Year. Not bitter. I am bitter. I'm very bitter about it. And we'll go with Ferreira. And then we'll go with... I don't know what they expect us to do. Be competitive. Fucking grey, that is. Okay. Should we try the new guy? So Matos is in. And let's go Thiago Torres. And then Moreira's going to be our advanced forward. And I'm going to give Kiko Felix another run because he was brilliant. We might sell one of these guys. Might be Mario. Or we could potentially loan out Rodrigo. That actually might be a better option. We don't need them. You don't need to pay their money. Pay their wages. It's fine. We'll pay their wages. We just want him at a good club. And then we've got Cardoso as our main backup. And then we've got Carvalho, the youngster. Vera is probably going to leave us. But he injured himself just before I transfer listed him. Definitely not faking it. He called up, boss, I've got a bit of a cough. And... Ribeiro. Okay, nice. There we go. Solid team. I don't think we've got the season preview. Okay. So, as I gathered from the comments as well, it's not too big a jump to the second league, although you be wary of teams that have just come down. They might be a bit strong for us. But I think from the I think if we start well, is it not today? Yes, it is. New coach. Yeah, from the comments, I would take top half. I'm not going to be greedy. These are a Premier League team. Should we do my fateful thing where we look at the key player? Yeah. Okay. Let's see how we do. Another test against a bigger club. Right. Quite a lot of debuts. I wonder if there's any weird rules about stadium size if we get promoted to the top division. Is there like, oh no, you've got to have, corners? No, that would be a ridiculous rule. Come on, boys. Solid start. All right. First highlight. Nice. Thomas heads away. Here we go. Yes, get him. He's a giant. Who's this? Who's the little fella there? Pereira. Books. Thomas. Pereira. Thomas. Books. Diaz. Nice ball, Thiago Torres. What have you got now, mate? What have you got? Cuts inside. That's what we wanted. Is he going to have a pop? He looks like it. Oh. Not bad. Okay, no shots on target, but we've looked all right. Considering the amount of debuts, that's not too bad at all. Oh, nice. Get stuck in, lads. Matos. He's quite a big lad as well, isn't he? All right. Just probing. Light probage. Matos. Lovely volleyball. feel like a showboat in there, buddy. It's 0-0 in a cup game, mate. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not a showboat, like. Oh, dear. There's a lovely cross as well. All right. I'm delighted with that performance. I'm subbing him off for that. I just want to try the new guys. We'll go for new. And you can come on for Diaz. Play on the left-hand side. Okay. 3 new debuts. Yeah, so if you have any ideas, any particular areas that you'd like to focus on in the Journeyman, let me know in the comments. Also, please do leave a like. All that boring shit. Matos. The new guys have looked alright so far. Matos storming down this right-hand side. Pings it across. Cardoso. Get in there. 13 minutes into his debut. Lovely stuff. And it'll probably start next week. And it'll be 4 days a week. The journey, probably next week. Don't hold me to that. And it'll be 4 days a week. And it'll be like, because this is like Monday to Thursday, and sometimes I do a Friday video, and then this will be like Tuesday to Friday. So both of them 4 days a week. Wow, this second half, we've been absolutely brilliant. Bocage. No, not the Man City reject. Oh no, is this there? Oh, that's a good ping. Pedro Palacio. Right. Estevez can come in. Abel can come in, and let's... Oh, numbers. Tricksy numbers. Oh, man, we're so on top of this game. Look at the XG. Is it extra time? Penalties? Oh, don't you... This is the free kick penalty. It's too close. This like has a 95% chance to go in. Oh, and they're time wasting. Oh, it's hit the wall. Oh, man! That's not fair! How you don't deserve that goal? This is so lucky. First one hits the wall. Comes out to this guy, and he hits it, and it comes off the rest of Estevez's face and goes in the top corner. Wow, that's an FMing, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, I hope that's not... Oh, how have we lost that? Oh, that is poor. We were competitive, right? We definitely can't say we weren't competitive in that, right? The board should be delighted with that because we did exactly what they said. They didn't say win. They said I can't. Oh, that is irritating. There, smashed it. Okay, we had a debut goal. We performed really well against a top division side, so I can't. I'm not. Those things are good. Being absolutely scummed at the end, didn't like that. Wasn't Estevez's fault. His face was in the way. Right. Bollocks. I'm actually quite... I'm trying not to be irritated, but I am actually genuinely irritated by that result. Okay, well, focusing on the big ones, you know? Don't want League Cup shit, right? It's basically Papa John's, isn't it? We're concentrating on the Cup and the actual league. I don't know if there's any weird rules here. It just looks like relatively normal. So top 2 go up. Third place, I'm assuming, is there's a relegation spot in the division above. Yeah. Like we had last time. So it looks normal. Yeah. We're all good. It's a normal league. I understand the rules. Nothing's going to go wrong. Right. Who do you think's my transfer of the summer so far? You can include this guy without ever having seen him. I think I really like Matos. I don't know why, because his mentals aren't great, but they're still better than Carvalho's. His mentals are awful. I also like Texera, this centre-back. I think he's a beast. I might actually start playing with a ball-playing centre-back when he plays. I'm not sure. Tries long-range passes. It's a bit of a Virgil van Dijk-esque. Right, there we go, my friends. Please do leave a like. Let me know what you think about the Journeyman and stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.